Okay, so this week's assignment is factoring by grouping, and I'm gonna get straight into it. So the first question is 12a to the third minus 9a squared plus 4a minus 3. Okay, so we're gonna make these into two binomials. We need to see what do these two have in the same and what do these two have that are the same. So out of these two, out of 12a to the third and 9a squared, I can pull out 3a squared. So 3a squared. And then left I have 4a minus 3. Out of these two, there is nothing similar, so it's going to be plus 1. And the thing to note here is, wherever your coefficient is here, you're going to bring the same sign down here. So it's going to be plus 1, 4a minus 3. Now, because these two are the same, this is going to be my other binomial. So my final answer will be 3a squared plus 1, then 4a minus 3. My second one is 2p to the third plus 5p squared plus 6p plus 15. Okay, so from 2p to the third and 5p squared, all they have similar is p squared. So I'll put p squared, and after I factor it, it'll be 2p plus 5. Now 6p plus 15, all they have in common is 3. So I'm going to do plus 3. And same thing, I'll have 2p plus 5. And as I said, because this and this is the same, this with this sign will be my other binomial. So I have p squared plus 3 and 2p plus 5. My next question is 3n to the third ugly 3n to the third minus 4n squared plus 9n minus 12. Okay, so I'm gonna combine like terms here, and all I have in common is n squared. So I'll put n squared. Outside of that, I have 3n minus 4. And between 9n and negative 12, I have 3 in common. So I'm gonna do plus 3. And it'll be 3n plus 3n minus 4. Minus 4. Same thing. So we have n squared plus 3 3n minus 4. Answer. The next question we have is 12 into the third plus 4m squared plus, plus 3n plus 1. So out of these, what I have common is 4n squared. And what's left is 3n plus 1. And as before, there's nothing in common here, so it's just going to be plus 1. And then it'll be 3n plus 1. And because these two are the same, this will be my other binomial. So 4n squared plus 1, 3n plus 1. The next question is m to the third minus m squared plus 2m minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to combine these two. Between these two, all I have in common is m squared. So m squared will be on the outside. I have m minus 1. Between these two, all that's in common is positive 2. So plus 2, m minus 1. Okay? And because these two are the same, this with this sign will be my other binomial. So we have m squared plus 2, m minus 1. The next question I have is 5n to the third minus 10n squared plus 3n minus 6. So out of these two, what I have in common is 5n squared. So then I'll have n minus 2. And between these two, all I have in common is positive 3. So I'm left with n minus 2. Okay, so I'll have 5n squared plus 3 n minus 2. Next question I have is 35 x y minus 5x minus 56 y plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to combine, look between what I have these two. So now we have more than one variable. So there is no y in here, so I'm trying to see what do I have in common. But they both have x's. So I'm going to have 5x, because they both have 5x in common. So it'll be 5x. Now outside of that, we have 7y minus 1. So 7y minus 1. And then remember, because 56 and 8 both have 8 in common, 8 would be our answer, but because we have a negative coefficient starting off, we're going to use the negative. We're going to make it minus 8, and you'll see why. So we'll do minus 8. Now, negative 56y divided by 8 is 7y. Positive 8 divided by negative 8 is negative 1. Now, if we were to do positive, we would have had negative 7y plus 1, which would not have equaled this. So it would not have been another polynomial. It would not have been the other binomial. So our final answer is 5x minus 8, and then 7y minus 4. So I know what I'll do. I'll do the first 10 in one video, and then I'll do the second 10 in the next video. So the videos won't be as long. Okay, so we have 3 more left on this one. We have 224 AZ plus 56 AC minus 84 YZ minus 21 YC. Okay? Now, same thing. It might be big numbers, but we're going to still just take it by groups. So 224 and 56, they both have 56 in common. Both of these also have A, so we'll put 56A outside. So we have 56A, and we're left with 4Z plus C. Now between negative 84 and negative 21, we have 21 in common, but because this is negative, we're going to keep our coefficient negative. So I'll have negative 21 minus 21. Y, I forgot there's a Y as well, so minus Y. And then 4Z plus C. And because these two are the same, this will be the other binomial, just like before. So we have 56A minus 21Y, and then 4Z plus C. Our next one is M Z minus 5M H squared minus 5 N Z plus 25 N H squared. Okay, so let's dissect this. Between these two, the only thing that they have in common is the letter M. And that's all we're going to write out. So we have M, and then we have Z minus 5H squared. And between these two, all we have in common is negative 5N. So minus 5N. And the same thing, Z minus H squared. Okay, so we're going to combine these two to make our other polynomial, because these two are the same. Now, it's not the prettiest, but it's the answer. So we have M minus 5N, and then we have Z minus 5H squared. The last one for this video will be 12xy minus 28x minus 15y plus 35. Okay, so I'm gonna look at these two and combine like terms. So I can pull 4x out of both of these. So I'll pull out 4x, and I'm gonna be left with 3y minus 7. Because this is negative, we have between 15y and 35. I would have positive 5, but remember this negative coefficient. So it'll be negative 5. And I'll be left with 3y minus 7. Same thing. 4x minus 5, 3y minus 7. And that's the end of this one. The next video will be list of